दिल्ली के शायरों की बात हो और मिर्जा गालिब का जिक्र ना आए ये तो नामुमकिन है। और आप सबके चेहरों से ऐसा लग रहा है कि आप मुंतज़िर हैं कि मैं आपको गालिब के बहुत सारे अशआर सुनाऊंगा। मैं आपकी इन उम्मीदों पे पानी फेरना नहीं चाहता, लेकिन अगर गालिब का कलाम सुनना ही है तो आप YouTube पर जा सकते हैं बड़ी आसानी से। उनसे कहीं बेहतर कहने वाले ज़ियाउद्दीन साहब की आवाज़ में, फरीदा खानम साहिबा की आवाज़ में, बहुत सारे लोगों की आवाज़ में आप सुन सकते हैं। मैं कुछ इस बेहतरीन किताब के कुछ हिस्से पढ़ के सुनाना चाहता हूँ, क्योंकि कुछ ऐसी बहुत सारी बातें हैं। एक तो मैं ये सबसे पहले बता दूं कि मैं उर्दू का आलिम बिल्कुल नहीं हूँ और उर्दू शायरी का भी नहीं। मुझे मिर्जा गालिब समझा जाता है, इसमें मेरा कोई कसूर नहीं। और गालिब का कलाम वैसे ही हर एक जानता है। उनके मशहूर नज़्मों या गज़लों को पढ़ने का मेरे ख्याल से कोई फायदा नहीं। मैंने सोचा कि मैं आपको इस किताब के कुछ ऐसे हिस्से पढ़ के सुनाऊं जो ऐसे शोरा के बारे में जिनका मैंने नाम भी नहीं सुना, और उनके बारे में जो कुछ बातें हैं। तो मैं सिर्फ मिर्जा मोहम्मद रफ़ी सौदा के मजमून से और बहादुर शाह जफर के मजमून से कुछ आप लोगों को बातें सुनाना चाहता हूँ। गालिब साहब की एक नज़्म जरूर सुनाऊंगा जो यकीनन आपने कभी नहीं सुनी, लेकिन उससे पहले सैफ साहब के इस बेहतरीन इंट्रोडक्शन पेश लफ्ज से मैं कुछ हिस्से पढ़ना चाहता हूँ, क्योंकि दिल्ली की तवारीख और 17वीं 18वीं 19वीं सदी में जो अदबी हालात थे वो क्या थे उनके बारे में। तो ये इंट्रोडक्शन है इसके बाद का, जिसके कुछ हिस्से में आपको सुनाऊंगा। Delhi's charms are unpredictable. The chaotic streets, the unruly traffic and polluted air, the aggressive inhabitants and their hurried life, the tolerance for the obnoxious. All these constitute an integral part of this phenomenal city. In beauty resides horror and vice versa. Inextricably intertwined with Delhi's complicated present is her violent history. A history of invasions and assaults, even massacres. It has been lamented many times through the centuries, yet it lives. Each time it was razed to the ground, it came back to life with startling vivacity. Nothing dies in Delhi. The ghosts of its past lives roam the streets or bide their time in half-ruined buildings, and they rise up to speak in 1,000 voices that are still told about the city. Struggling to breathe under the angry modern facade of the megalopolis, and the grandeur of the Mughal crown had almost faded away, forcing Zafar to compare it with a beggar's bowl. Ya mujhe afsar-e shahana banaya hota, ya mera taj gadayana banaya hota. Roz maamur-e duniya mein kharabi hai Zafar, aisi basti se to veerana banaya hota. Zafar's idea of piety and his attitude to religion were closer to those of the ordinary people of his land than of austere theologians and the clergy. According to some of his biographers, he was predisposed to common earthly beliefs. For instance, that peers and saints possess supernatural powers. He had his own inner circle of astrologers, soothsayers and clairvoyants. As protection against the evil eye, he would himself use and also distribute to his disciples all kinds of charms, and would regularly sacrifice animals, donate cows to the poor, bury eggs, and order arrests of black magicians. Read urban Naxals. He was not only convinced of the existence of jinns, but also believed that they were amongst his loyal subjects. When the British began the massacre of Delhi to crush the 1857 mutiny, Zafar was initially unperturbed because his spiritual advisors had persuaded him to believe that no harm could come to an emperor who was protected by jinns. Zafar was well aware that the Mughal throne he had inherited was a sham and the empire mere fiction. Even to travel up to the dargahs at Nizamuddin or Mehroni from his qila, he had to seek permission of the British resident. As his 2-decade-long symbolic rule progressed and years passed by, he became more and more distraught by a situation that he could do nothing about. Even age was not on his side. He felt worthless and helpless. The Qila in Mughal, despite the collapse of the Mughal Empire and the strange circumstances of the emperor, frequently played host to a large number of poets, writers and artists. These included Hakim Sanaullah Khan Firaq, not to be confused with the famous Firaq Gorakhpuri, who was born decades later, Mir Ghalib Ali Sayyid, not to be confused with Mirza Ghalib, Hafiz Abdul Rahman Khan Ehsan, Burhanuddin Khan Zat, Hakim Qudratullah Qasim, his son Mir Izzatullah Ishq, Mia Shakeva, a disciple of Mir Taqi Mir, Mirza Azim Beg, and Mir Qamaruddin Minnat, and his son Mir Nizamuddin Mamnoon. For an Urdu poet, the greatest honor would be an invitation to recite at the royal mushaira in the Qila. Like most poets, Zauq too, that was the poet laureate, Mirza Ibrahim Zauq, Hazrat Ibrahim Zauq, too had an ardent desire to be associated with the Qila. His friend Beqarar worked for the royal family and was engaged in the personal staff of Bahadur Shah Zafar, who the then heir apparent or crown prince. On the advice of a few well-wishers, Zauq persuaded Beqarar to introduce him to the Wali-e-Ahd, then 22 years old. Zauq became a regular visitor to the Qila, and the Wali-e-Ahd soon became extremely fond of his poetry. Zafar, however, no, that's a little later.
Thanks for the book, some beautiful photographs. We'll join in the discussion. So let's start with the conversation.
I was born in Bombay and I thought that many of the Marathi words were Hindi words, etc. With me, it was just the other way around. I was born and brought up literally in the lab of Urdu. In my family, we used to have different diwane ghalib in every room, and in every room, and the conversations were not only about poetry, but also in poetry. I'll give you an example. हमारे पास एक खरगोश था, अपने घर में पाला हुआ था. तो हम लोग रात को जो है डाइनिंग टेबल पर बैठे थे, खाना खा रहे थे, I was in school. एंड जो खरगोश साहब हैं वो किचन के दरवाजे से झांक के देखते थे. उनको बुलाइए तो अंदर वापस चले जाते थे. तो हमारी अम्मा ने दाग का बहुत मशहूर शेर पढ़ा कि खूब पड़ता है कि चिलमन से लगे बैठे हैं, साफ छुपते भी नहीं, सामने आते भी नहीं. इसी तरह ये गुफ्तगू होती थी हमेशा से. एंड दिल्ली इज व्हाट वाज Delhi has always enchanted me. It didn't when I was growing up in Delhi. Even though the Delhi of my school days and college days was a far more, it was a more beautiful place and calmer and more peaceful, etc. तो मैं एक ब्लॉग लिखा करता था और उसका टाइटल था दिल्ली जो एक शहर है, मीर के पास क्या है. And from that blog, extracts used to be published in First City. उर्दू के शोरा में 3-4 जैसे गालिब को आपने भी फरमाया कि नजमुद्दौला और खिताब सब दिए गए और उनसे कहा गया कि भाई आप ये लिखिए हिस्ट्री ऑफ द मुगल एम्पायर इन पर्शियन. ऐसे कुछ मेरे साथ भी हुआ था. लाइक गालिब had told me कि हुमायूं बट देन स्टॉप बिकॉज़ ही वाज वेरी लेट बैक शायर. सो वाज आई आल्सो स्टॉप्ड आफ्टर 3 years. लेकिन फिर मुझे ये सोचा कि साहब ये काम जो है इसको करना चाहिए. तो दिल्ली जो है वो वैसे तो ट्रेडिशनली आप देखिए अगर आपके एक जुबानों में cities have been referred to in the feminine gender, but more so for Delhi because Delhi was the female beloved of her poets. So in the title, I have bowed down to this archaic traditional use, romantic use, but in the entire book, I have used the safer it. Beloved Delhi and it.
You chicken out.
पहुंचे वो लोग रुतबे को कि मुझे शिकवे वक्ते नारसा न रहा. Those people have occupied lofty positions that I no longer regret having reached those heights. ये सौदा है. और दूसरी बात एक शेर और, and this शेर I'm going to recite now is actually very apt for the current days. Because we have these Twitterati and Facebook professors and all of these. उनके लिए बहुत ही उम्दा शेर है. शेर ये है कि जौहर न होवे जिसमें जौहर शनास क्यों. But a man without the ornament of knowledge, should not be able to judge or evaluate jewels. जौहर न होवे जिसमें जौहर शनास क्यों हो, जो साहिबे हुनर हो वो ही हुनर को परखे। एक आखिरी बात सौदा के बारे में, बहुत बड़ी बात है। आज लोगों के रिलीजियस सेंटिमेंट्स बड़े जल्दी बढ़ गए, चाहे वो मुसलमान हो या हिंदू हो या कोई भी। सौदा का मैं आपको एक शेर सुना। There has been a tradition in Urdu poetry of being very liberal with God. आप अल्लाह मियां के बारे में जो चाहे कह सकते हैं Urdu poetry में, but when you talk of the Prophet, you must be very cautious. एक फारसी की नस्ल भी है इसमें कि बा खुदा दीवाना बाश और बा मोहम्मद होशियार। अब आप जरा सौदा का शेर सुनिए, he defies this. The Prophet's first wife, Prophet Muhammad's first wife, Khadija, was also his employer. अब आप जरा शेर सुनिए सौदा का कि बाजारे मोहब्बत में नबूवत का बहा क्या? What value does Prophet hold in the bazaar of love? अब होंगे Prophet अपने घर में होंगे, बाजारे मोहब्बत में नबूवत का बहा क्या? एक जन ने लिया मोल नबी चंद दिरहम से। A woman got the Prophet for a couple of dirhams. आज की तारीख में कोई कह नहीं सकता था। पाकिस्तान में कहे तो उसको मार दिया जाएगा, प्लस की न्यूज़ के अंदर यहाँ पे 5-6 फतवे तो आएंगे। अब ऐसे ही है, आप बाकी तो उसके बारे में तो कुछ नहीं है। ख्वाजा मीर का So when Nadir Shah was invading Delhi and Ahmad Shah Abdali came after him, there was blood flowing in the streets of Delhi. In a quiet corner in a hermitage in Delhi was sitting this Sufi saint called Khwaja Mir का। अब हालांकि वो एक दरगाह के सज्जादा नशीन थे और he belonged to an illustrious family of Sufi saints etc. लेकिन शेर आप देखिए साहब,
మిమ్మల్నే యోయో టీవీ యాప్ డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకున్నారా? ఇంకా లేదా? మీ యాప్ స్టోర్ కి వెళ్ళి వెంటనే డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోండి.
ఈ వీడియో గనుక మీకు నచ్చినట్లయితే
లైక్ చేయండి,
షేర్ చేయండి
అండ్ సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి.